Hey, what's up everybody? Tech Chucker here, and today we're going to take a look at the Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Freddy action figure. All right, so this figure, as you can see, the packaging is pretty nice. It actually, in the package, is what brought me to the figure. I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's other than it's some sort of video game, and then they wrote a book and whatnot, and it's based on some horror something or other. So that's about the most positive thing I can say about it. But let's take a closer look. All right, so let's take a look at the articulation on this figure, because this is really where the figure is garbage in my opinion. So the head is on basically what looks like to be a double ball peg of some sort that gives it side to side okay, but that's about all it gives you. There's no looking up on this figure, as you can see, and looking down is pretty minimal as well. There's very little there, and what is there, it won't hold its position. So the shoulders, they've got this weird ball peg, ball and socket thing that it allows for a full rotation, but as you saw, you're not going to be able to move those joints out much, and the joints pop off really easily. See, you can see that it just pops right off, and you know, it's simple. You can pop it right back on, though the plastic I fear looks a little bit brittle, so I'm a little worried. In the elbow, it's the exact same thing, not even a 90-degree bend. It's kind of garbage. And then the only good articulation here is really the wrist, and that's a peg joint that allows good rotation. All right, so moving into the hips, it's this same, it's a T-jointed ball socket joint, just like the, nope, there goes the leg. And again, the same issues, these joints just don't stay together. And then there's very little actual range of motion. The leg, you can see it barely moves forward. Up there, it pops off again. And then backward. These things just don't stay together. It's just garbage. So, oh, all right. Well, apparently this thing just exploded on me and just decided to fall completely apart. So, you know what? For the sake of time, there's no point in talking about articulation any further. You can see the result. These joints just fall apart. They would have been better off if they had just made this into a statue. Okay, let's talk sculpt, because I actually like the sculpt. It's not a bad looking figure. From what I understand of the video game, this is a pretty good representation. This nice little hat here, it doesn't come off. And overall, the figure looks good. Even the articulation looks good. I really like the face. The head sculpt is really cool looking. It looks kind of sinister and creepy, which is what it's supposed to be. Even the arms, like I said, the joints look good. Oh, you know what? The head, it just bobs around. I don't get how they did such a bad job. But anyway, so the rest of the sculpt of the figure is decent looking. The feet are a little funky looking, but I can let that go. Overall, I mean, the sculpt is nice. It just, either they should have put similar to the Figma style joints, where it's a ball hinge instead of a ball socket. That would have been so much better. Or if they just made this thing into a statue. All right, so let's talk paint now. So the paint, it's relatively simple, but it is still quite nice, and it's effective. There's on the face, it's really nice. There are some defects, and on the nose, for whatever reason, there's a little dot that's missing, or it's scratched off. Aside from that, the face is really nice looking. I really like the eyes and the mouth and the teeth. There is this weird little black scratch or something on the chest. Aside from those quality control issues, the rest of it is it's nicely painted. It looks good. It's clean, especially like I said in the face. On the feet, it does look like it's been sitting around for whatever reason in the toy box for quite a while. It looks kind of dirty. I don't know if you were able to see that or not. But aside from that, you know, there's not really shading, but what paint is there, it's pretty clean. The eyebrows and the eyes and nose, aside from that little spot that's gone, really well done. I like the paint. They did a good job. Unfortunately, the articulation just kills this figure. All right, last but not least, let's look at the accessories. And Freddy comes with one accessory, which is this little microphone. I don't know how this plays into the storyline or the gameplay or anything, but you know, it's nicely sculpted. Paint-wise, it's okay. There's no shadowing or anything like that, but it's okay. It's relatively clean. It looks like a microphone. There's not a lot I can complain about. For the price point of this figure, I guess I don't really expect a whole lot. It does come with a Build-A-Figure piece, an arm for another character. Aside from that, there are no other accessories. Okay, so overall, the figure, it's aesthetically pleasing. It looks nice. It will probably look nice on my shelf wherever I put it. The issue is in my opinion, because the articulation is just so atrocious, it's so bad. I can barely consider this an action figure because the articulation, if you try to use it, it just falls apart. The thing doesn't stay together when you try to move those parts. And the movement that it does have is so minimal that it really just isn't worth it. So would I buy this again? Absolutely not. I'm actually still on the fence whether or not I'm going to bring this back to the store and return it to get my money back. If I had paid 20 bucks, I definitely would. I paid about like 12 bucks for this thing. I would probably say if you could get it for 8 bucks, it'd be a decent deal. 12 bucks to me is I feel a little bit of a ripoff because of just how poorly constructed it is. So I hope that this review has been helpful to you. I haven't seen a lot of stuff for this figure or this wave of figures from Funko just yet. So hopefully this helps you. And unless you absolutely have to have it, I would say pass on this figure. All right, so stay tuned. I am planning on uploading a few more reviews very soon. So make sure you click the button to subscribe.
Tetris Brain Blast.